me all right?
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your concern and your interest in participation in building your community through political activity. I want to recognize that we are on Treaty 4 territory and that we gather as treaty people tonight. My personal and professional background has prepared me perfectly for this type of job. I grew up in northern Alberta, Grand Prairie, Alberta. Is there a way to make it? Am I echoing?
You could pull it just slightly towards you.
Towards me?
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. I grew up in Grand Prairie, Alberta, northern Alberta, in a very conservative family, religiously, politically, socially. I've lived in Regina, and under an NDP government, I moved to Manitoba and tried my hand at being a market gardener and B&B host and organizing a farmer's market. So I've been in the north, I've been in the cities, I've been in rural areas. I have worked in the private sector and the public sector and the private nonprofit sector, and I've been an entrepreneur. One of the most transformative experiences for me that really motivated me to run for office was meeting neighbors who were not like me in 2010 while I facilitated a job finding club over 8 months, different intakes. And there I was clued in to the fact that I have a policy mind and I can identify where public policy creates opportunity for abject failure, but can also be reshaped to create opportunities for community success. Specifically, helping one young mom with a toddler find a job, having the money for childcare, not finding the childcare space. And so the mom decides to stay with her toddler on social assistance instead of get a job. I thought, this is a policy thing. We have a problem. We're asking people to get jobs, but we're not providing the infrastructure to get those to support those jobs. It was there at that club where I started having a real concern for affordable housing. Again, young man puts out 100 resumes, can't afford minutes on his phone because he's on the wait list for affordable housing. He gets $944 a month from social services of provincial funds and pays $700 a month for rent. And I thought, man, what if he had affordable housing? And then he could actually buy minutes for the phone to receive calls from those employers that he sent those resumes out for. And then meeting my First Nations neighbors there. First Nations grandmothers living with 13 people in a 2-bedroom bungalow. Instructing her boys, you know, when the guys drive by you, the white guys drive by you, and they hurl insults at you, you cannot respond, because one of them did respond and landed up in court. And through meeting these people and empathizing with them, I thought, I need to get involved, I can't leave this. I realized that public policy very often benefits me at the expense of my neighbors. Increasing the TFSA amount, income splitting, all sorts of things benefit me at the expense of my neighbors. And I thought, I'm not cool with that. I gotta try and change it. So that's why I decided to run. Now here's something that might surprise people. I did not pick the Green Party to run for because of their environmental platform. I'm fine with their environmental platform, I agree with it, but it's not why I picked them. I picked them because I believe they're the only party that has clearly identified what is the #1 problem right now in Canada, the #1 election issue. And that issue is the state of our democracy. And if any of you have attended some of the other forums, you've probably heard this story that I had friends, senior friends in Saskatoon, living very peaceably in their beautiful home, expecting to sell it for their nest egg and have a wonderful retirement. Everything was working great. They refurbished the window dressing and they
30 seconds.
Put in new carpet and that sort of stuff. And then when they went to sell, they realized the foundation was shot. That's where our democracy is at. We have first past the post, too much power in the Prime Minister's office, too much power in party leaders and in parties. We need to re-empower the people and get to the table and work together.
Thanks.